Today guys, we're going to be checking out the modifications that I did to my Les Pauls. Let's talk about it. So what's going on guys? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's going to be a nice little fun one. We're going to be talking about what I did to my two Les Pauls. For those of you who really know me, you guys know I'm rather on a Gibson kick lately, and especially a Gibson vintage kick. I mean, I've had my 92 Les Paul for a long time, but I recently, about a month and change ago, just picked up the 78 Les Paul Custom. And there's something really special about vintage guitars, right? But more often than not, they're not in working condition, therefore they need some upgrades, right? So that is exactly what I did with these two guitars. Alright, let's get into it. So we'll start with the Les Paul Custom first. This is the one that really didn't have much modifications done, in all honesty, just because I want to keep this thing all original. It's very hard to find a guitar that's 41 years old that is completely all original. And I did have to change one thing, and that was the frets. When I got this thing, it was a fretless wonder, man. I could get away with it in drop B, but as soon as I brought it up to standard and or drop D, I'm trying to do any sort of lead bend stuff. I had literally nothing to grab onto, and I was just rubbing against the fretboard. And so it was, you know, it sucks because I wanted to keep this thing all original and I thought I could get away with it. But at the end of the day, you want to play these things, right? Because something as beautiful as this guitar deserves to be played, right? So a local gentleman in the Philadelphia area hooked it up, gave me some brand new jumbo frets, and now this thing is good to go. But today guys, I want to focus on this guitar. For those of you who don't know, this is my 92 Les Paul Standard, and his nickname is Big Brother because his birthday is February 5th, 1992, mine is February 13th, 1992. So for those of you who are playing along at home, yes, I am in fact 39 years old. So this guitar definitely needed some serious upgrades. So the first upgrade was the tuners, man. The tuners were completely shot. I had the Gibson Deluxe tuners and they were just so wobbly and I thought they were broken at times. They weren't broken, but they certainly did need to be replaced, and therefore I hooked it up with some Scholler locking tuners. So this thing is now rock solid in terms of tuning, but my really good friend Kevin hooked it up. He's a guitar tech of sorts. He loves to do pickup modifications and pedals and all that kind of stuff that's way out of my league in terms of, you know, modifications, what have you. But I asked him, he did it for me, very nice of him. He hooked it up with the lace sensor finger burners. Can you guys see them there? Lace sensor finger burners, these are the pickups that kind of look like they're burnt. They're not burnt really. But yeah, they gave this guitar a nice brand new sound, if you will. So we'll do a little demo of Big Brother, huh? I won't leave you guys hanging. I wasn't just gonna talk about pickups and then not let you hear them, right? Alright, so for this song, we're in drop C sharp, using my EVH 50 watt head and my orange 1x12 cab loaded with a Celestion speaker. Mic'd up with two SM57s, one off axis, one on axis. Here's a picture of that now. And running right into my Focusrite 8 Clair Pre. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll show you guys a little snippet of a brand new song that I just recorded using that setup and this guitar. It's called Ruby. It'll be on my new EP release, which will be April 21st. And stick around to the end of this video if you in fact want to get involved in the giveaway on April 21st. But yeah, enough of my rambling. Here's a quick demo of this guitar. Alright guys, so that's what this thing sounds like. So now let's talk about the pickups and the overall sound of Big Brother now. Honestly, this guitar was a standard rock machine, you know, had some like mid-output pickups. I'm not sure what the, you know, Gibson pickups were called in the early 90s, but they were stock, right? But I just wanted something a little bit different, right? And with the lace finger burners, I don't know if you guys could, you know, we all have different, you know, opinions of what things sound like, but for me, I thought this thing sounds very, very dark and doomy. It's not very articulate and crisp, it's more like sludgy in a way. And it was different than what I was expecting. I was expecting a much more crisp, clear sound. It's not a bad thing at the end of the day because, you know, I could put Fishman Moderns or EMGs in every single one of my guitars and have everything sound exactly the same. So I have to realize that, hey, different is not always bad. It's a little bit of variety, you know what I mean? It's a little spice, and I do like them, but I think, guys, I'm gonna look elsewhere for pickups. I'm not too like keen on the lace finger burners. I thought they sounded, you know, pretty darn good, but what I'm looking for, I'm just looking for a little more bite and a little bit more clarity. So if you guys know any passive pickups that has that, I'd love to hear from you guys. Leave it all down below, just because I'm always kind of, you know, trying to look for new things and you know, just try new stuff out. And the finger burners, they're just a little too dark and a little too doomy for me, you know what I mean? But that's just me. Alright guys, so that is my two guitars, my two Les Pauls that have been upgraded and are now good to go, 100% rock and roll and metal machines. Alright boys, I really hope you like this video. Like and share. If you're brand new, please hit that subscribe button. Before we go, on April 21st, I am giving away the STL Tones STL Tonality plugin, the Howard Benson suite, the one that came out last year and is honestly, like, it is in the running for my top favorite plugin bundle. I'll be honest, like, you know, I love the Fortin stuff, man, I really do, but that's like a one-trick pony. Like, it does high gain metal awesome. This bundle does everything awesome. The cleans, the high gain metal stuff, the lead stuff. Like, I am really not trying to sell you this. I am not in any way affiliated with STL Tones. You know, this is just something I want to do, and honestly guys, I really do love this plugin bundle, and I think you will too. So how do you enter? On my Patreon page, there's a $5 tier entry. That's it, $5, man. You guys become a $5 tier member, and then DM me on Instagram at StayMetalRay, just because I know who you are and I can put a name to the face, and then if you do in fact win, I will have another form of communication. Hope that makes sense, guys. Alright, my dudes, I'm out of here. Stay metal. I'll see you guys next time.